It's important that we recognize refugees' human rights and that America is a safe haven for them to come to.
When I meet the clients and I hear their stories, it becomes the most important thing in the world to me to help them.
You're making a oftentimes life or death difference in the life of that person.
You meet people that have been through the most horrific circumstances, and nonetheless they are sort of standing tall with strength, and it's awe-inspiring. My name is Holly Henderson Fisher, and I'm a senior associate at Skadden Arps.
John Sullivan, I'm with the law firm of K&L Gates.
My name is Joe Lee. I'm a partner with Munger, Tolles & Olson.
Danielle Dustchishyn, associate at Finnegan.
Justin Lafredo, I'm an associate at Finnegan.
I was able to help a young man who was seeking asylum from Rwanda because of political persecution. I was able to help enroll him in a LLM law program, and things have actually come full circle, and he is now working as a legal assistant at Finnegan.
The experience that stands out most fell well after the grant of asylum, when my first client to be granted asylum on the grounds of domestic violence had fled her native Ecuador, separate and apart from her very small children. And watching her be reunited was quite possibly the most meaningful moment in my life, besides the birth of my own children.
The first case I agreed to take on, not knowing anything about asylum work, was a case for a young 17-year-old from China. And he didn't realize it, but his father had agreed that he would pay $65,000 as an indentured servant. So we took his case on, and during that process, which was a many month long battle, my wife was able to get to know him, really fell in love with the young man, and so once we prevailed on the case, we adopted him, and he's just such a fine young man. He graduated from college, has a graduate degree, and is now working as a manager at a major pharmaceutical company.
And we represented a transgender client from Mexico who had suffered terrible abuse in her home country. Her story involved an assault, after which she went to the police, and the police, instead of protecting her, also assaulted her. So we're in the trial, and when she got to the part of the story that was the most graphic, the government lawyer interrupted, and he said, "I'm satisfied that the witness is credible, and the government will not oppose a grant of asylum." And that unexpected kindness has stuck with me to this day.
It is a privilege and an honor to receive the Frankel Award. Finnegan and other firms, I believe, have an obligation to live up to the award by continuing to advocate for the important and lawful human rights of refugees worldwide.
We're very honored to receive an award as prestigious as the Marvin Frankel Award. So I'm very grateful to my partners and my colleagues at Munger, Tolles & Olson for supporting the work that we do.
Skadden is tremendously honored to be the recipient of the Frankel Award, and we're lucky that you trust us to be partners to do it with you.
K&L Gates is honored that we have won the award this year. The firm really is behind everything Human Rights First stands for.
I don't know if I could really pinpoint just one thing that's rewarding about working on asylum cases. There are so many things, from seeing the world through the eyes of resilient individuals.
You see the sheer humanity of another person.
It's very rare that we as human beings have the opportunity to make that difference in other people's lives.
I think we're in a time where it is critically important for lawyers to step up and fight on behalf of justice and represent those who need our help.